I noticed in my local Soho house, they had a session with the Points Guy. As someone who travels a lot, who's a bit nerdy about these sort of things, I was really interested. So I went along to see what I could learn from this session. Obviously, I'm very curious to find out everyday uses of AI and things that would be helpful and useful to professionals, especially professional women. And here's my take. The planning side of travel, I think ChatGPT is really good for that. You're seeing people using it to create itineraries, to get ideas for what to do. So I think in that sense, people are really using AI. But what I was curious to see is whether that bit where you're trying to find the best way to use your points, whether there were AI tools that are actively solving that problem and making it as easy as possible. I'm sure you know the pain where you have a bunch of points like on your Amex and you just don't know how to utilize them or to use them in the best way. It's fair to say that AI hasn't really disrupted that space yet. So you're starting to see the AI being used in the interface. So websites like Seat Aero, which is really good for comparing the different ways in which you can use your points and the different airlines you can use them for. I think we're not yet at the place where people are literally opening an interface and just talking to it and saying, I have 10,000 points here, I have 40,000 points here. I want to travel to Nairobi, for example. Give me the best options on this date. While we're here, I thought I would share my takeaways from the session. They're not necessarily related to AI, but I found them to be quite useful. I'd say the first is using shopping portals to get points. This is not something that I'm capitalizing on, and I'm definitely going to be looking at it, maybe on the Virgin platform, because I already use Virgin for points. The next was this thing that Nicky showed us. So Nicky is the guy who ran the session. He actually uses this card called Curve Card, which you can connect to your credit card. And it's really fantastic for international travel, but also for cashback. And then I asked him, what's the smartest way to use your points? And his rule of thumb is using your points for long haul business flights and then for short-haul Europe flights. He said that combination is a good combination, and that's how I tend to use points. So I'm curious to hear, how do you use ChatGPT for planning your travel? Obviously, we're in summer, people are thinking about where they want to go. Let me know in the comments below, and we can go from there.